Alright, time now is 9:43 a.m. in the morning. On November 30th, we have made it to the end of November. Holy shit. I slept from 4:40 till 9:30. So yes, I did manage to go to bed earlier than 5 a.m. last night, which is a good job on my part, definitely. But I didn't immediately fall asleep. And also, of course, and another thing is I couldn't finish The Wind Rises. I still have half an hour left. So, yeah, I'm trying my fucking best to sleep earlier. I really am. I'm gonna try to sleep even earlier tonight. But yeah, last night I was just too focused on finding the main character for my Chinese period film idea. And I just spent like a couple hours. Like, while I was having dinner, all the way up till 2 a.m. when I was at home, I was still like going through this Song Dynasty history book, chapter by chapter, just looking for all the characters. It's just I'm so focused on that. But yeah, so I'm waking up at 9:30 so that I can have breakfast and then spend half an hour to finish The Wind Rises, and then I'll immediately leave to North Point to see Miss Solomon and Nick and have lunch together. I'm gonna come back home, I'm gonna take a shower, and I'm gonna go to bed again. I'm gonna go for a re-sleep. The first time in my stay in Hong Kong, I'm going for a re-sleep because A, I'm very fucking tired. I feel terrible right now. B, I need to re-sleep to regain my crispy voice so that I could film a couple reviews. And I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to go for any adventures. I need to film and edit 2 reviews and a college update video. If I have time, maybe even HKFF vlog for my Cantonese channel. And I also need to edit Japan vlog. I also need to focus on other shit. So for the rest of the day today, I'm just going to rest here at home. But yeah, I guess it's gonna be kind of interesting later because I'll be having lunch with Nick and Solomon. It's going to be a real interesting moment. And yeah, I guess we shall see what happens from now on, from here on out, I guess. I forgot to report how many days left. 18? Yeah, 18 days left. Fuck. But, yeah, I think a couple more adventures will do myself some justice. I think Adventure to Chiu-Kang-Lang Village, Taipo, that one's gonna be a big one. That one will require me to wake up early as fuck, because here to Taipo is like 2 hours. And then Yunlong and Canteen Revisit, that one I would like to save as my last adventure, so that it's like the finale of all finales. So 3 more adventures. I would also like to go to Mongkok again, go to Sino Center to buy a manga for my brother, plus some clothes. And then that's pretty much just it. I need to buy a laptop and buy a bunch of shit to prepare to leave, like soup packets and marination packets, lemon tea, buy a new laptop, and then I'll have to watch The Boy and the Heron on IMAX. I have a meal with Pink and Leia and Miriam and blah 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 blah, and maybe Natalie and Cedric again, and then I'm good, and then I can just leave. And then I'm done with Hong Kong. I'm just gonna bounce. I'm gonna have a new life at USC. I'm gonna meet interesting new people, but this time from a new attitude and mindset, I guess. Yeah, all that jazz. I'm gonna go eat breakfast now. Alright, time now is 9:25 p.m. So let's wrap it up today. So today was, I guess, semi-interesting. I woke up really early, very sleep deprived. Honestly, I don't really feel that sleepy or that bad, but I was indeed kind of sleep deprived. I managed to arrive, so Nick was the first one to arrive, and then I arrived, and then Miss Solomon was late. But I was also late by like 10 minutes-ish. Miss Solomon was late by like 15 minutes-ish, but we were in this very small, Yum Cha place, this restaurant. It's very hidden. Nick lives nearby, and Nick has never been to this place. Neither have I. I don't even know such a place exists. So we ordered, and it's like a very, I don't know, it's like a very mid. Like there isn't a lot of dim sum options. The fried rice is just okay. It's not a very great place. And Nick ordered like the strongest, most concentrated tea. But yeah, Miss Solomon arrived, and here we are, and I was still like waking up, and Miss Solomon could immediately tell that I'm still not awake. I'm still not awake. I'm still sleepy. So we ordered food. I have no idea what to order, and apparently I hate that Nick is putting the blame on me, but I added some orders like on the piece of paper that we have to mark down which dish do we want, and you see the menu. It's like a piece of paper, and it lists out all the food items, and then you write on it and you give the piece of paper to the waiter or the waitress. I didn't do that. I thought I did. I just completely slipped past my mind. So we ended up waiting for like half an hour for the food to come, and then we ate extremely slowly. Both Miss Solomon and Nick, despite the fact that they apparently they didn't eat much before. I even had breakfast before leaving. But they didn't eat anything. But still, they ate so little throughout the whole lunch. It's crazy. So we ordered a bunch of stuff like fried rice. I ordered some deep fried squid. There's some garlic fried vegetables, a variety of vegetables like broccoli and bok choy and choy sum, and then there's some other stuff that Nick ordered, like this spring onion pancake. There's steam roll with crispy, deep fried oil sticks inside, and then it's just a variety of things, but for some reason everyone ate very slowly. And today wasn't as seeing Miss Solomon with Natalie is different from seeing Miss Solomon with Nick. So with Natalie, it's for some reason it's livelier of a conversation. Maybe it's because Natalie's more up to par with being present in Miss Solomon's life, and there's just so much more to talk about. But with Nick, there's also a little to talk about, and Nick is not awkward at all, but Nick's hands were still shaking half the time. It's so funny. And for the most part of the meal, it was just Miss Solomon going off talking about being a teacher, what being a teacher feels like, what teaching at a university feels like, university politics, university college systems, modules, and a teacher's pay grade, and how it shouldn't matter because being a teacher is most important. And she talks really slow, and honestly it's kind of boring. We did talk about movies a little bit. We did talk about, earlier in the conversation, she mentioned that my script is mamade, it's not very good. And I'm but it's not, if Mr. P, my Chinese teacher, tells me that my script is not very good, I would accept that, because Mr. P is a certified cinephile, and if he says it's not very good, then okay. But if Miss Solomon says that, it's not that trustable, especially when, so she hasn't seen Love and Death, and I think she'll be even more confused by Love and Death. She's only seen Cloud Busting, and she just said, she used an analogy saying, so someone falls down, and it hurts, you get painful, your knees hurt or something. If you tell a story and you only focus on the hurting part, people will not be able to relate to it, because you should also tell people like when you fall down, what was it like what was the environment, and how did you fall exactly. And I first thought that she's talking about Love and Death, and that movie I will defend to death. Like Love and Death is like so far the only short film that I'm satisfied with, and it's so plotless, it's so spacey of a movie that it's like you can't use normal storytelling logic to like criticize Love and Death because it's not even using the same logic, you know. But with Cloud Busting, it's like, I mean, yes and no. I also Cloud Busting is also not very conventional movie. It's not about like, you know, there's a conflict, but that's like not even the point. Halfway through the movie, you realize that that's not even the point. Um, so it's a very self-indulgent movie about my own issues, and I feel like all my short films are about my own issues. But and Miss Solomon likes very society movies, like movies about society, because they're like the only serious movies. But I like genre movies. I like horror. I like period films. You know, horror can be high octane. Period films can be high octane. You know, but it's whatever. It's good. But we talked a bit. We talked about living in LA. Nick talked about living in the UK. There's one very strange revelation, and that is apparently before I returned to Hong Kong, sometime in maybe late August, Nick also saw Miss Solomon, and he was with Natalie and Cedric and fucking Keith and Max and I think was Jeffrey there? I don't think Jeffrey was there. And then no was I think Jeffrey was there. I don't know, just a bunch of people showed up, like 10 people showed up, and I'm like, what? I have no idea it happened. I'm so like lagging far behind on like the update news, the updated drama that I just don't even know something like this happened 4 months ago. And the real, or like 3 months ago, but the real melancholic part is the fact that it's not even like updated drama anymore because there's no point to knowing all of this. Again, let's not get into deep talk right now, but it's just, oh, that happened apparently, and I had no idea. That is probably why Natalie told me that Miss Solomon wanted to see me. And Nick said the same thing because I guess my name must have turned up in a conversation somehow, which is crazy that they remember me. I haven't seen Keith in years. I haven't seen Keith since I think 2019 summer, the summer where he did the blowjob thing, which I really wish I could just wipe it away from my mind. And then I haven't seen him since. It's been over 4 years, really. I don't know what's he up to. He's a bartender now, I guess. I don't know. And I guess I don't know. So the end of the last part of the conversation between us became way livelier now that I'm more engaged. Now that I talk more. Because I managed to make conversations livelier somehow. Because I just have a way with... The way I speak is just like rapid fire and like... I just come up with new weird things to talk about. But I talked about how, you know, we could still do like a 1C or 2C reunion. We could get everyone from, you know. I didn't mention Jordana, Linda, or Mary, but they would be like, it would be cool if they show up. But like Natalie, Jeffrey, Josh, Ronald, Queenie, all these people, like, what if we all come back? It's possible, you know? It's possible. It'll be very difficult, but it's possible. What if after I graduate, maybe in 2025 or 2026, I come back and we all come together, you know, for one big reunion? We talked about Tom a little bit because Tom also wants a reunion. Like, it's a pipe dream. Like, it's never going to happen. We all hated each other. We're all breaking apart. But that's, like, all the more reasons why we should come back together. And it's, you know, yeah, you know, I don't know. They wouldn't recognize me. Maybe people from Form 6 and Form 5 would, but like Form 2 people probably wouldn't recognize me. And, you know, however, I want to show them that, hey, look at how much Enoch has changed. This silly, goofy guy that you never cared about, I am a better, stronger person now. But I can't even say that anymore because they probably don't even remember how I was like before. And that's the thing with human change. Your life is insignificant, and then it is significant because you've changed, and then it's insignificant again because you've changed so much that suddenly your past doesn't even matter. I can see Queenie again. I can see Keith again. I can see Jeffrey again. Maybe they would faintly remember that I was a skinny, whiny loser. But they probably wouldn't even care. And I guess that's the beauty and the not so beauty of it, the ugliness of it, you know. I can see Jeffrey and we can be all friendly. You know, he can talk about his own life experiences. He's a tutor now, full-time tutor. I can talk about LA, but we're just so detached from each other that we have to resort to, I guess, adult formalities. Hi, how are you doing? How's your life been? Do you have a driver's license? What's your major? Suddenly it's reset back to zero, but adults, you know. If you reset back to zero, but you're teenagers, you're just gonna stab each other all over again. So, yeah, anyway, lots to think about. But it ended, we managed to go from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I came back home at around 2:30, took a shower, went back to sleep. I didn't immediately fall asleep, but I managed to fall asleep actually. From 3 to 5:45, I fell asleep. Felt good. Woke up, did a couple reviews, had dinner. Here I am. Yeah, not much else to talk about, honestly. Yeah, 18 days left. About to be 17. Honestly, not a lot of time left. Nick still wants to see Cantonese opera with me. I've never seen a Cantonese opera before in my life. Maybe I should. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, and with all this stuff, again with the open day, you know, the day before I and Nick went, so many people like Kingsley, Hector, Hans, they all went back. If I had gone back, would have things felt different now? Like, would I have finally found the resolution that I've always wanted, you know? This hatred, this anger, will it ever be resolved? If I show up in front of Hans and act all confident, smile, talk to people, be active, will he finally realize that Enoch is not a loser? It probably wouldn't even matter. I think the real solution to all this is for me to literally write a story about secondary school and lay it all out. Not only will I show people that I've changed, they wouldn't care. If I show people that I've changed, plus I revisited all of these memories and showed them that I never forgot anything, and showed them my own personal struggles through these stories, then it would be a real attack. It would be a real hit. You know, it would be a real blow to the mind. I think that's the resolution that I wanted. I feel indifferently about Santa Monica. I don't have the urge to make a TV show out of it. I guess Film 33 is worthy of a fun limited series. I guess Leslie is worth maybe a very depressing feature film. But overall, it's not intricate and personal enough. I feel like my own feelings are common enough for people to just understand. Like, I feel betrayed by a girl, and I feel fucked over by a class, but it's very common. Shit happens. But for some reason, my life in secondary school is just... it needs to be out there somehow, you know? It's too melancholic. It's too bittersweet. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be tutoring the Chinese girl. And tomorrow will be the start of December, so excited for that. Truly, truly a journey. Truly a journey. Um, and Actually, maybe I would like to go to the cinemas and watch Time Still Turns the Pages. Um, I feel like next year, given that I'm probably going to spend the entirety of 2024 in the USA, that maybe, you know, I wouldn't have a lot of chances to watch Hong Kong films, and I should probably watch one more while I still get the chance. Unless I, get a driver's license, drive to Monterey Park. I don't know. All right, so time now is 1:18 p.m. On December 1st. 17 days left, boys. 17 days left. So yeah, I have no storage space right now. It's gonna be great. I slept from 5 a.m. till I left my bed at like 12:50. But honestly, I woke up probably 15 times in the middle. This is easily the most uneasy sleep I've had in my stay in Hong Kong so far. I don't really know why. Maybe it's because I also had a afternoon nap yesterday, and that sort of messed up my melatonin levels in my brain or something like that. But I just kept waking up, and whenever I fall asleep, it doesn't feel like I'm asleep. I feel like I'm just sort of like in a state of coma or something. But yeah, it's nice that I get to wake up late. I feel a little rejuvenated, and today I'm going to do the tutoring, the Chinese girl, STAPS 2. So this is a second tutoring job I've taken on from the STAPS app, and it's going to be a Form 5 girl, so probably 16 or 17-year-old Chinese girl in Taiwan, also in Taiwan. I'm going to be meeting her, and I'm going to tutor her. Let's hope it goes well, I guess. Let's hope it goes well. And I'm gonna shave all this. And yeah, my hair was an absolute freaking mess. That's how you know I had a very uneasy, terrible sleep, because I kept like rolling around on my bed. But yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, not much else. Not much else. I forgot to mention one moment with Miss Solomon and Nick yesterday, and that is Miss Solomon randomly asked me if I'm dating someone right now. And I know out of curiosity, the teacher's gonna ask that, but I'm like, okay, please don't ask me that. So I just I went silent for a second, and I smiled, and I said no. And then when I said no, Miss Solomon thought I was going to say yes. So Miss Solomon was like, oh, so that's yes. And Nick was like, no, that's a no. Nick said he's not answering because he's embarrassed that he doesn't have a girlfriend, that he hasn't dated. But I was honest and straight up with it. I said no. Turns out Tom hasn't dated at all as well, which is fucking sad, because Tom is sort of like me. He's a guy with ambitions, but and then he even promised himself that, I have to find a girlfriend before summer of 2023, and he never did. So, but Tom has someone already. Hopefully he doesn't repeat the same footsteps I had done with Leslie. So, hopefully there's that. But yeah, not much else. I'm gonna take a rest, and today's gonna be rather chill, aside from the tutoring stuff, I guess. Yeah. Okay. All right, time now is 9:31 p.m. I just finished dinner, and yeah, here I am. Not a lot happened today, so as planned, at 4:30, actually at 4:40 p.m. I left the apartment, and went to Taiwan to visit my tutoring case, STAPS 2. And yeah, wow. I I was like late by 15 minutes. So I didn't know where to go. Apparently the client's apartment was like kind of at a very weird spot, and I just had no idea how to go there, but at some point I finally found out. But yeah, there was building A and then there was building B, and then I had to find the entrance to building B. I could find A, but I couldn't find the entrance to building B, and then I entered building B, and then there are many floors, and then I had to like there's so many flats on one floor, and every flat is super small. So it's like one of those middle to lower class buildings. But yeah, I entered the room and I finally found my client. And it is indeed a Chinese girl, but she's kind of fat. I don't mean to fat shame anyone, I'm just stating the facts. Um she's kind of plus sized a little bit, and she has a lot of acne on her face. But yeah, I was kind and I was like, okay, sorry for being late. And she's like, oh, it's okay. So I started off the tutoring, and she's one of those girls who are kind of like awkward and funny, and like she always doubts herself and she always finds herself funny. Like she has zero self confidence at all, and she just like finds uh herself kind of, I don't know, incapable of doing anything. And at first, the tutoring was a little bit awkward. So apparently, she expected someone to be in the middle, in the middle ages, in the middle age, like she probably thought I'm like a full time teacher, like a freaking full time teacher, like 30 something years old or 40 something or something. But turns out I'm not. Um, and at first it was a little awkward. I had to speak Mandarin, but a couple sentences later she said, "Oh, you can speak Cantonese." So she can hear Cantonese, she understands Cantonese, but whenever she talks back, she uses Mandarin. So that's way more helpful than planned, than expected, because I can't speak Mandarin like nonstop for a couple hours. I just can't do it, you know? So it started off a little awkward because I have no idea what to talk to her about or teach her. So she has an assignment. Apparently, this week she doesn't have a lot of assignments. All she has is sound recording. So what she needs to do is to record herself talking. And there's a piece of paper, and it has English words on it. And she has to recite that word for word in front of a camera. That's it. That's the assignment. So it's really not that complicated. It's really, really simple, but she's struggling. So I asked her, so what's the thing here? Like, what is the point of this assignment? Like, what is the point of this homework? Is it it's about your pronunciation? Is it about, like, what is it about? And she's like, yeah, pretty much pronunciation, and just like reciting things. So she recited the whole thing. Honestly, it's not that bad. So apparently she's from Chongqing, so that's a fact. And her pronunciation is not that bad. It's like she has a Chinese accent, she has a Mandarin accent. It's normal. There are a few words she's struggling with. That's okay. Her biggest issue is that she's not confident at all. So she speaks word for word, and every time she speaks, she doubts herself. So she speaks very slowly, and I'm like, that's not good. At least speak it fast. You can mispronounce things, but speak fast, speak with confidence. And then for the rest of the class, we basically did a DSE 2020 English Paper 3 listening exercise, which is really difficult to do because I'm playing a sound recording on my phone. She's using her phone to look at a question paper, and she's using a blank piece of paper to fill in the answers. And I tried my very best to make the listening exercise like a good teaching experience, but it's actually really fucking easy. For her, maybe it's a little difficult, and I don't want to come off like, oh, it's actually easy, you're silly. I try my best to understand where is she getting at in the difficult parts, and I tried to tell her like, hey, you know, you just gotta know your vocabs, you gotta know your, you gotta know what the people in the recording is saying. You gotta know the context of the recording, and you have to like read the questions first and then sort of guess what the answers will be. I can almost understand from her perspective why it's difficult, but also no. For me, it's so insanely easy. It's honestly hilarious. I can speak and listen to English better than like I feel like 99.9% of Hong Kongers, and that's a great thing. But I also don't want to brag. But this just goes to show how crazy it is for me to go to the USA and to be able to communicate with so many people so effectively, so personally. And English is not even my first language. It's actually kind of a crazy thing. So, yeah, holy shit. I actually like if and I feel like my speaking and writing skills have gotten like exponentially better since DSE. In the DSEs, I was already really good, but I feel like right now, if I write and speak, I would be like a fucking monster. So it's actually kind of crazy. Inversely, I should train my Chinese. My Chinese is really failing, it's really going bad. So there's that. But, anyways, tutoring's over. Um, and we left. She also gave me a small paper cup of hot water. I took 2 sips. But she's kind. She's like, again, she's just, how do I describe her personality? She's like, she gives off Betsy vibes. She's like awkward and she's not confident at all. And she's like, okay, like chronically online vibes, if you know what I mean. But anyways, tutoring's over. I went back home. Before going back home, Leia asked us in the group chat between me, Leia, Miriam, and Zara if we're free. And I am sort of free. After tuition, I guess I could hang out somewhere. And I'm at Taiwan, and Miriam lives nearby. So maybe we and Miriam could hang out. And then they're like, how about after dinner? Because I told them that I would like to have dinner at home. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm free after dinner for a bit, but actually I prefer staying home and just taking a rest. And Miriam's like, oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, I have an assignment to finish. Yeah. So they're like, okay, fine. So I went back home, took a shower, here I am. Not much else to talk about. Tomorrow I'll be going for tutoring again. But yeah, it's going fine. It's going smooth. In fact, the tutoring, the client's mom, the first client's mom, the girl that I'm seeing tomorrow's mom, wants me to tutor her 2 times a week in the next 2 weeks. Because she needs to improve her English more, which is great. More money for me. Thank you. But I really don't know if I have the time. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to add. I don't really know what to say, and it is what it is. Alright, so I completely forgot to mention one more thing, and that is, last night at around 4 something a.m., I was brushing my teeth, and out of curiosity, I went to eBay. So again, lately I've been going into the rabbit hole of collecting movies, Blu-rays, and one Blu-ray that I'm dying to have is the Fallen Angels Kino Lorber Blu-ray. The Fallen Angels Blu-ray that doesn't have a 4K restoration to it. And and earlier, like a month ago, I found on eBay that it's still available. I have to pay $73, but I can still get it. It's really fucking expensive, but you know what? It's already the cheapest option I can find. And I'm hoping that by the time I return to LA, it's still going to be available to buy. Last night I checked, it's gone already. On November 27th, someone already bought the Blu-ray. Holy shit. So Thankfully, last night I immediately found an alternative. It's $72 and it's pre-owned, but it's also Fallen Angels Kino Lorber. Maybe it's defected, then in that case, fuck it, I can return it. But I still really want it. And apparently it is a bid. It's kind of like an auction where, the listed price is $72, but you can pay more than that. And now, as of now, I think there are 10 people bidding, like being in a competition of who's bidding higher. So I thought to myself, you know what, fuck it, might as well. And here's my rationale. If I buy it now, it's actually okay. I'm so fucking stupid. If I buy it now, I can tell the seller to ship it to me later. Like, ship it to me on December 19th or the 20th. You can actually hold it off. I just need to buy first. Because it's eBay. You can hold it off. You don't have to immediately ship it, unlike Amazon. So I can just buy now. So right after I went home, I immediately went to eBay out of curiosity, and I put my credit card down and I bid it. So originally the listed price is $72. I thought to myself, you know what? I'll bid $80. And after that, I got a message. It took a while. At first I used American Express and it's not working, and then I had to change my shipping location because I'm not living in Santa Monica anymore, but blah, blah, blah. I bid it $80, and eBay sent me a message saying, congratulations, you're the highest bidder. Whoa, okay. Yeah, so now I'm beginning to regret a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't have spent that much money on a fucking Blu-ray. And there are no special features, there are no booklets. It's just Fallen Angels Kino Lorber, and it's $80. It's worth 4 Criterions. It's insane. It's an insane amount of money for one Blu-ray. That's fucking insane. It's like, I got 6 Blu-rays plus a DVD here. Okay, if you take away your name, so 5 Blu-rays plus a DVD is still cheaper than that Fallen Angels Blu-ray. So I had dinner, and it's only me and the helper. And then during dinner, I received a new message from eBay saying, you're no longer the highest bidder, because now someone has bid at $81. So right now I'm thinking, oh my god, okay, so I guess somebody who really, really, really wants this Blu-ray apparently received a message saying you're not the highest bidder, because I bid at $80, and they're like, oh my god, so let me bid 81. And then now eBay sending a message to me saying that I'm no longer the highest bidder. So, first of all, I should have bid it lower. Maybe I should have started off with, 76, 77? And then it slowly pushes up. Okay? It slowly pushes up. It's a game of pushing, right? It's like an auction. So now my idea is, what if I bid for Fallen Angels like a couple hours before the bidding period is over, so that I can have the final say. But what if the bidding goes too far? What if the bidding goes too far and reaches $100, $120, $130? I'm not going to spend $130 fucking US dollars for Fallen Angels Blu-ray. Change $130 US dollars to 130 Hong Kong dollars, and it's still unreasonably expensive. So I don't know. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe I can just get the Wong Kar-wai box set from Criterion and just call it a day. I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm going to do some research to see if it's really worth it or not. But I do really want it. I do really freaking want it. So I guess we'll see. Holy shit, okay. My first ever time doing an auction. Holy shit, okay. This is my first time ever doing an auction. It's at $81 now. It's 1 minute and 35 seconds left. I got a bid sniping website. I don't even know how it works. All I know is I'm bidding 83.64. So right now the highest bid is 81, and it's not me. So that guy is going to anticipate me bidding $82. Thus, that guy will bid $83 at the very last second. I will bid 83.64, which is only a little bit higher than 83, but the 0.64 is like, it's like insurance, you know? It's like, I bet he's not gonna expect me to put decimals, let alone not 0.5 or point whatever. It's 0.64. It's very specific. But in case this fails, okay, 43. Okay, shoot. But in case this fails, I'm going to pay, I'm going to pay 84.02, okay? Please, 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 please. Or, you know what, 83 point, no, I don't want to, just, 78, yes. 5, please work. Please, credit card, please do your thing. Go. 87. You know what? No! Oh! Fuck! Shit. Alright, time now is 1:41 p.m. Woo! On December 1st. No, December 2nd. I have 16 days left. Kill me. So a little bit more than 2 weeks, I guess. So, I guess, first things first, slept from 5, pretty much 5 a.m., 5 something a.m., 5:05, I guess, till 1:30. I woke up a little bit earlier than 1:30. I set my alarm at 1:30, but it's just one of those cases where I wake up slightly before my alarm does. So that's crazy. But yeah, last night I had my first auction in my entire life on eBay. It's a Fallen Angels Blu-ray, and I fucking failed. Which is quite maddening, honestly. I wasn't 100% confident that I would win, but at least I thought I had a pretty good strategy by bidding at the last 10 seconds. So it was me up against another person. It's just 2 people, and it went from 21 bids to 24 bids. So there's 22, 23, and 24th. I thought there should be one more, so at that point, like, in the last few seconds, like, before the last 10 seconds, right, it was still at 81, and that other guy's in the lead. So at the last 10 seconds, I immediately added 83.78. So I believe that is number 22. And almost immediately, the other guy just responded with 85. And I freaked out. I didn't know what to do. So I immediately responded with 86. I just saw the 3 bidding options, and I just randomly clicked on one of them. Just whatever. If it's higher than you, I'll take it. So 86. Boom. And then that other guy immediately, and at that point it was like 3 seconds left. At that point, the other guy immediately did 88. And then I was actually panicking, and I saw some numbers, and I'm like, fuck it, 89 or 90 or whatever. But right before I was able to click on it, the timer goes down. It was like half a second left, and the other guy won. He won the auction. And so I was a little bit pissed. I felt not angry pissed, but like losing a game, like, come on. Like, I don't feel satisfied. I don't feel comfortable, you know? So it's definitely a huge loss. And I just kept trying to go back to that listing on eBay to look at the bid history to like make sure that everything went the way. No, I can't go back. It just like the whole page is just erased. So I don't know. My heart rate was kind of high. My heart was racing, and I tried to immediately look for other Fallen Angels Blu-ray options. Completely gone. Like Blu-ray on eBay, no more. On Amazon there is one, but it makes you question yourself whether they're even real. So on eBay, you can actually still find Fallen Angels Kino Lorber Blu-ray at $140 freaking dollars. But the thing is, it doesn't say if there's any left in stock, and it's kind of weird because it doesn't have any photos of the product. It has like an image, but it's not like a photo of real life. It's just a scan, so it's not real. It's probably not a real thing. And then on Amazon, same deal, 140 freaking dollars. I'm not gonna pay 140 US dollars for a movie. That's wild. So, I don't know. So, basically, the Fallen Angels Blu-ray is completely wiped off the internet. It's not on Amazon anymore. It's not on eBay anymore. And I'm fucked, basically. Now, to be a little more optimistic, at least I still have the Taiwanese Blu-ray, the Taiwanese Fallen Angels DVD. So the 1.85 aspect ratio Fallen Angels, at least I have the image of that. If I use the image of this movie and the audio from the Criterion Blu-ray, years down the road when I buy the Wong Kar-wai box set, it's still gonna be fine, I guess. But of course, how would I even be able to do that? I still want the Fallen Angels Kino Lorber. Maybe a month later, or maybe a few weeks later, maybe Fallen Angels Kino Lorber will magically show up again on eBay. I wouldn't know. Maybe I would find it in a secondhand store. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing I lost this auction because I'm not ready to spend 89 US dollars on a freaking movie. I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, not much else. Today I'm going to tutoring again. Taiwan with the girl, and that's pretty much the only thing that's gonna happen. I may or may not do some exercises right after that because I'll be seeing her at 4:30, so it's 4:30 to 6, and then I have a little small window of time before dinner, so maybe I'll just go jogging or like just push-ups maybe. You know, it's good to keep myself fit. But yeah, I'm mad about Fallen Angels. I need to keep tabs on eBay like every single day from now on to see if there's new Fallen Angels Kino Lorber. Fuck. Also, Happy Together Blu-ray from Kino Lorber also completely gone. Apparently, the auction happened on the exact same day, and probably the same dude got it. But Happy Together was bought for $41, not 88. Literally less than half of Fallen Angels. It's insane. It's actually insane. And nobody wanted Happy Together, so in 2 bids, the guy won. So, yeah. Alright, time now is 10:39 p.m. Just finished dinner, feeling full. Yeah, quick recap of today. Nothing that crazy happened again. I should start a new, was it anagram? I forgot what's the name of that. Anagram, anthology, aristocrat, fucking, I don't know. I should start a new anagram, and that is, NIHT is nothing interesting happened today, but NTCHT is nothing that crazy happened today. And that is nothing that crazy happened today. I went to tutoring at Taiwan with a girl, and it went pretty well. Again, every single class go by, and we are like more comfortable with each other, as in like I joke around more, and she's more willing to like be wrong with things, and that's pretty good. Um, when I arrived, I was like 5 minutes late, but it's eh. And there was another girl who is South Asian, but she speaks Cantonese, and they were like very close friends, and it's actually really cool. Diversity also exists in Hong Kong, and that's actually really cool. So that's that. But anyways, we tutored. It's good. I got $255. Everything went well. I went back home. That's it. Um, and not much else. I'm still bummed about the Fallen Angels auction last night. I'm so bummed about that. So I made a Reddit post because I really need to talk to someone about this, and obviously Reddit r/boutique Blu-ray is the only place where I could do that. And I wrote a post, and then people are like, "Oh, it's crazy that people are spending this much money trying to buy a Blu-ray. Like, why not the Criterion? Is it because of the color changes?" And then I explained, "Oh, the aspect ratios as well. Like the last scene is turned to black and white, and some scenes are partially colored." And then that got downvoted, and then people are like, "No, but Criterion didn't make those changes. Wong Kar-wai did." And then I explained, "Yes, but I still prefer the original." And then people downvoted my comment. Like, I got 5 downvotes. It's very fucking stupid. Like, what did I say wrong? But I'm like, you know what? I was gonna fight back, but I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. It's just some internet squabble. I'm not gonna participate in it. And then a little bit later, so more and more comments showed up on my post. It became kind of a controversial post. Um, but people just downvoted. Like, nobody's like hate commenting on me. Like, "Oh wow, you wanted to buy a Blu-ray that's not Criterion? Fuck you, I'm gonna stab you." Like, that's weird. Like, no, there are no hate comments. Everyone's just like, "Oh well, I'm sure it'll get back on eBay at some point. Oh well, I'm sure maybe Kino Lorber will re-release it. I don't know." And then someone responded saying, why are you being downvoted by saying facts? It's kind of weird." And I'm like, "Yeah," and I explained. I typed a couple passages out, and then I realized, holy shit, I am a film studies major in USC, one of the greatest film schools in the world. Of course I can do this shit. So, yeah. So that's that. So yeah, so I don't know. I guess at some point it'll return on eBay somehow at some point, and I'll have to immediately take it. I'll have to immediately buy that, like no doubt. So from now on, I'll be checking basically every single day. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. And nothing else. Got no news. Elin continued to talk to me a little bit about the restaurant that she's looking at for my short film. I'm beginning to self-doubt. I don't know if I should make a short film or not, because I'm doing this for USC to apply for film production. What if I don't even want to get into film production? What if I want to just stay in film studies and major in, like, a minor in anthropology or archaeology or something like that? I don't know. But anyways, there's that. Just had dinner, and it's like a huge steak, salad, and risotto, normal stuff. I wanted to play a movie. I know it's pointless, but I like playing movies for my mom, and like, if my dad and my helper's here, it would be better, but I just like playing movies, and I've been really wanting to play movies for them for a while. And in September and October, it was possible because they're at home not all the time, but they're at home more. But right now, nowadays, they're seldom home. They always disappear. Especially my parents. My helper's always here, but my parents are always gone. They do realize that I probably won't be able to see them until a long time later, right? They do realize that it'll be at least half a year until they see me. And if they don't come to the US, well, then it'll be 1.5 years. So it's like some of the final times you get to hang out with your son, you know, but it's okay, it's whatever. I don't care. Do I care? No. Um, so I was a little mad, and the TV was playing Fast and Furious 7, which is so annoying. Like, usually these movies just, like, feel silly to me, but this time around, when I have a good movie that I love that I want to play on the TV, but then my mom's just looking at Fast and Furious, and with all the explosion noises and the Hollywood ass music and all the cool dialogue and Vin Diesel, it becomes such a piece of plastic trash, honestly. But anyways, I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm gonna watch my own movie, okay? I'm gonna watch my own movie tonight. It's gonna be great. Um, and then, Chels, I guess as a bit of a self-revenge, I want to buy Memories of Murder on eBay, like the CJ Entertainment version, not the Criterion version, in the fear that it's going to disappear. It's not out of print. I'm just scared that it'll disappear. I also found Old Boy, and I thought to myself, might as well fucking buy it tonight in case it disappears again. Just like Fallen Angels, because it's out of print. But then I realized maybe I should wait for the 4K because 4K Blu-ray seems really good. And then I have a little struggle, like, should I buy 2K Blu-rays purely, or should I invest in 4K Blu-rays? And then when I do have the money, buy a 4K player, actually. So yeah, you know, maybe I should wait and invest for, you know, 4K Blu-rays. I don't know, but either way, I think I should probably get that Memories of Murder Blu-ray, if anything. Even if they have Memories of Murder 4K, I think it'll be the green version. I don't think it's going to be in, you know, the OG form. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I missed the USC orientation Zoom meeting. But yeah, I'm sure it's gonna suck ass. Like, it's USC, so I mean it's spring orientation, so it's probably gonna suck ass. And because you know it's LA and LA play it safe, so like school sponsored orientation, school established, school created, school affiliated orientation usually is like a 1 day long happy group tour of the school campus, and then we're fucking done. And it's not like in Hong Kong, which I guess are like murder games, like Squid Games, cocaine orgies. I don't know what the hell's going on in Hong Kong orientation camps. But in the USA, it's like, it's fine. It's for kids, you know? But in Hong Kong, people have cocaine orgies. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but you get the idea. So yeah, that's that. Not really my business, but Pink broke up with her boyfriend. And Pink made an entire Instagram story saying, I'm finally single again. And how, you know, my boyfriend's wrong for cheating, but I respect him. Which is I respect him as a human being, and I hope he, you know, moves on from this mistake. Which I respect. But also, why are you making an entire Instagram story about it? Just, like, keep it to yourself, you know? I would keep it to myself. In fact, if I do enter any relationships, which is crazy, like, it'll never happen, trust me. I'll forever be alone and single and sad. But if it does, I will probably fucking hide the truth. Because it feels good. Because it feels good to hide the truth from the world. Because it gives me it makes me feel high. I'm high on covering up the truth. Like, people get high on weed, people get high on meth, I get high on covering up the truth, you know. So, and also Film 33 starting their shoot. It's day one today, and apparently everyone's having a blast. Like, I don't know, but wish them the best, I guess. Wish them the best. Alright, time now is 11:01 a.m. in the morning on December 3rd. We are certified 15 days away from departure. 15. I slept from 4:40 to 9:45, but I was so freaking sleepy that I went back to sleep, and that I was asleep for 1 more hour. So my mom woke me up at 10:45. But anyways, last night I couldn't even finish the movie. I was falling asleep at the movie. Yeah, so, not a lot to say. I'm waking up early because I have to go to church, which I really want to stop going, but it's true that I haven't been to church in a long time, like the one that I go to in Hong Kong. And afterwards I will be seeing my mom's friend, which I haven't seen in a year already, nearly. So, yeah, that's that. And not much else. Afterwards, I think I and my mom will take the MTR to Shimshuipo to buy a laptop for real. I'm still not super sure what laptop to buy. I think I'm gonna go with Asus ROG Strix G16 or G15 because that's the laptop that I've seen being recommended again and again. I don't have the time or the energy to go down the laptop rabbit hole just like the way I did with cameras, lenses, Blu-rays, and to a degree my smartphone. Even though I was already like certain that I was going to get a Samsung, but yeah, hopefully I am able to find it. One more highlight of last night was that I actually bought the Blu-ray to Memories of Murder from CJ Entertainment. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm scared that someone else will take it, so might as well buy it now. So I actually bought it for 32 point something US dollars. That worth 2 meals. That's 2 freaking meals. But you know what? I'm fine with spending 32 US dollars on that thing because yeah, because actually it's funny. I don't think I paid any taxes for that. I don't think I paid any taxes. It's just the money, it's just the price and the shipping fee. I think it's because I'm in Hong Kong and I don't need to pay any taxes for a US product. But I immediately sent a message to the seller and said, "Hey, can you like put this on hold until like December 18th or something because I'm out of town right now." And he's like, "Sure, thank you. Thanks for letting me know." Like, "Sure." So fuck yeah, I just got a Memories of Murder from CJ Entertainment. Pretty nice. So in a way, there's like a tiny redemption for me missing out on Fallen Angels. Apparently, there's another Fallen Angels Blu-ray release on eBay that I missed out. That immediately happened. I don't know, but yeah, it's whatevs. Okay. Fuck. Oh my god. Fuck. How come it will go? Alright, time now is 11:50 p.m. on December 3rd. So, yeah. NTCHT. Nothing that crazy happened today. I went to church. and I was late because I overslept for an hour, and I immediately filmed the Eason Chan album review. It's like a filler review, as in, because I've already reviewed it in Cantonese, I basically don't need to, do that much research in order to review it in English, so I just reviewed it very fast, and even so, it took me like 15 to 20 minutes. We went out, I and my mom, we crossed the road, the big road, we took the bus, we went to the church. It's been a whole ass year and a half since I've returned to that church. And it's nothing special. We went to the big room where a sermon is being told, but because the main room is already filled up, we went to 10th floor, which we go often because we're always late, where it's essentially a bunch of people on seats looking at TVs. And then afterwards, there's some gospel singing, and then we went downstairs where we met my mom's friends. And my mom has a bunch of friends. I'm particularly referring to my mom's rich friends who have children who are all around my brother's age and can speak English way better than Cantonese for some reason. Like me, haha, but worse, So there's a guy, and then I said hi, we talked a bit, and another family of three, as in a daughter, a dad, and a mom came. And so the six of us, we walked to a nearby restaurant, a yamcha restaurant, to yamcha. And it's probably one of the last few times I can do that in Hong Kong. So that's pretty cool. The food, according to them, is apparently not that great, but honestly, I ain't complaining because of the shit I eat in LA is just way worse than whatever this is. Like, at least we got food. But yeah, at least I got a chance to eat beef tripes and more char siu, and yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. And it's been quite a while since I've met some of those people, and they said I look older, as in more mature. And also my mom showed them a photo of me with mustache, and they're like, "Wow, you look so manly in it." And it's so weird because before, like, circa 2018, 2019, when I had little to no mustache, I really wanted a facial hair because it's going to make me look manlier. But recently, maybe in the last few months, I realized I need to glow up, I need to change, and A, I'm too young to have facial hair. B, maybe I want to look fresh next time around. Maybe that's the new image that I want to create for myself, because of course I am never a real person, and I'm only a design, a caricature of Enoch Lai, so I control my face or some shit. But I'm actually planning to shave consistently when I arrive at USC, or at least in the first semester. I'm shaving consistently now, So yeah, I don't know. But anyways, good to see them. And then that's it. And then the next thing that happened is me and my mom, we took an MTR to Shamshui Po, to buy a laptop. And that is the biggest purchase I think I've ever had, since the Sony a7 III. This is the biggest purchase. We went into the Computer City, and even though I'm not into the rabbit hole of laptops as much as I am into the rabbit hole of cameras and lenses and Blu-rays, but I think I'm gonna go for ASUS, as an ASUS. Like, yeah, ASUS. It's kind of a sus name for a laptop, but yeah, ASUS ROG Strix G16. So we went into a Computer City in Shamshui Po. It's called Wanggam, like Golden City. And it's smaller than the Wanchai one, but it's still kind of big, and it's still super busy, lots of people, very jam-packed. And we are immediately greeted with this guy who acts like a car salesman, but for laptops. And he works with Samsung. I really love Samsung, but he's really like trying to sell me this Samsung laptop. Oh, look, it's very lightweight, it charges really fast, blah, 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 And I'm like, haha, yeah, oh, yeah. And in my head, I'm like, shut up. It sucks. It's not a good laptop. I don't want this laptop. And my mom's actually genuinely convinced, like, that it's a good laptop, because the guy's, like, speaking such persuasively. then immediately we found the ASUS store, and immediately we found the G16 laptop that I was looking for. Indeed, it is very heavy. It's even heavier than this one. This one is 2.1 kilograms. That one is 2.5. But that one is a little bit shorter, but thicker, way thicker. And one issue, it's not a huge detrimental issue, is that the keyboard, the text is like, it's cool text, cool font. It's too freaking cool. It's a gamer font, and I like thin, skinny fonts, you know. It's too gamer. So, yeah, but, I guess the thing is, it's got the fans so it doesn't overheat. It seems to be a very strong computer. It's got 1 terabyte, very good graphics card, really good i7 CPU processor. I mean, this is i7 too, but that one's even more updated. Yeah, and then the other downside is it has 2 USB ports, not 3. This one has 3, so I can have the mouse, a hard drive, plus a USB, like plus this. But for the ROG Strix, you only have 2 USB ports, so I can plug in the mouse and then plug in the drive, and then I can't do anything else. If I want to plug in this USB, I need to unplug maybe the mouse first. But either way, maybe I have jumped to my decision too fast, but the decision is made. ROG Strix G16 it is. So we bought it, plus we upgraded the RAM from 16 gigs to 32 gigs, and that costed us 400 Hong Kong dollars. And overall the thing is 16,539, I believe, or something along the lines of that. And it's expensive. It's like $1,400 US. It's really expensive, but you know what? It's a good investment. But it is only after we bought it. We haven't even paid, but at the point in the, I guess, conversation, the guy, this fat dude with glasses, also speaks very fast, like a car salesman, speaks with a lot of energy. I think people who sell things, like sell laptops, sell cars, they generally speak like this. They speak really fast, and they speak with a lot of confidence, and they throw a lot of crazy words at you to make them seem professional. And I always approach them with a little filter, like, how much are they saying is the truth, you know? But they're really believable. And I do believe the G16 laptop is really good. I do believe that. But it is only after he actually took out a G16 laptop for us to buy that I started thinking, maybe I shouldn't have chosen the G16. I'm starting to self-doubt. What if I should I have chosen some other laptops from Asus, like maybe a VivoBook, which is lighter and cheaper? But you know what? Fine. G16 it is. So we got the G16, and it came in a gigantic box. Very heavy. It's not super duper heavy, but it's still heavy. It's about the weight of a C-stand. It's about the weight of a couple bags of Ralph groceries. So it's not that detrimental, except for the fact that I have to carry that gigantic box onto the MTR all the way from Shenzhen back home, which is about 40-something minutes. But I did put it on the floor, but still. In the meantime, while I was waiting for the guy to set up the computer, I and my mom, we walked around the same building. There was a Blu-ray store, and my mom immediately asked the guy to help me out because I told my mom about, you know, Blu-rays and everything, and I'm embarrassed. I'm like, just don't, forget it. And then we went outside and we got some meat skewers at a pretty relatively popular spot called I forgot the name, but it's you know, we had pork neck chicken skewers as well as chicken kidneys, which I'm not a big fan of, but I ate one. There's a can of Sprite. The lady working there has terrible service attitude. God awful. Like, we asked her, so she randomly told us that drinks are included, and I saw lemon tea in the fridge. I'm like, how about lemon tea? He's like, soda, want it or not, which one? And I'm like, fine, Sprite. And he just slapped it on the table. Just and it's like, it's dirty, you know. Usually the mouth of the neck of the can is dirty, but he just slapped it on the table, and it's just. Anyways, I got a straw. My mom got coconut milk. We took MTR back home. My mom directly went off to the place near Kwun Tong for seafood dinner. I don't. So after I went back home, I think I did nothing for like 40 something minutes or maybe an hour. I finished the manga, volume 6. So I finished 1/4 of Steel Ball Run already. And then I'm like, yes, I do need to go downstairs to buy myself dinner. So I went downstairs and I went to Cafe de Coral, which is a very cop-off answer to the question of what to buy myself for dinner when I'm by myself. But it's true, I haven't tried that restaurant in ages. I should do that at least once before leaving. I struggled between baked pork chop rice, the classic baked pork chop rice, or the curry fish fillet rice. I ended up buying the curry fish fillet rice because I'm just not into baked pork chops at the moment. And that's it. Nothing else. Nothing that important. Yeah, I spoke to Cedric a little bit about hanging out. And Thomas is fucking. Yesterday, Thomas is begging me to call me. Today, he's begging me to call me. He's so lonely, and I'm like his only friend. And I feel bad for him, but he's such a stuck-up guy. And he sent me this script like last week. This TV show Bible, and it's actual garbage. It's the same shit he's been writing for years. It's 4 words. He can only write stories, and all of his stories can be summed up in 4 words. Chinese woman in distress. It's all the fucking same. And it's about politics, it's about college, it's about running for president, and it's about rich Chinese people. It's so dumb. But I promised him I'm going to call him. I told him I can call him last night, but last night I was too tired. I'm going to call him later. One more thing was, there was a cockroach right here. Right here. So, about a week ago or so, I found a cockroach, like, somewhere around this area, I think right here, and I freaked the fuck out, and I couldn't hit it, it disappeared. And for a whole week, it's been hiding around in my room. Hiding somewhere. Somehow it made it all the way here, which is fucking awful. The moment it reached the bed, it's game over. I'm gonna jump off the roof or something. And I was gonna hit it. I'm gonna use shampoo strats, where I suffocate it with shampoo, which works every time in LA, but it's not working here because it's a slanted surface. So the shampoo directly drips down, right? It directly drips down. It's not gonna glide down. So I'm gonna use the shampoo bottle to smash it. And then my helper was like, I'll just use my slipper. What are you doing? So she used a slipper, boom, it's dead. Usually it's not that easy, but fine. So, cockroach is dead, yada yada. I'm feeling okay. I'm happy I bought the Blu-ray for Memories of Murder. Really cool. Yeah, and I also bought the movie tickets to The Boy and the Heron, aka How Do You Live, for next Monday. And I think I'm going to watch Time Still Turns the Pages tomorrow at a cinema at Taiku. So, that's cool, I guess. And is there anything else? I don't think so. My left knee is bruised. My left knee is bruised because I'm doing exercises last night and, I was doing pike push-ups and regular push-ups and my knees were on the ground and I just did it too hard. And suddenly a great wave of pain hit my knee. So, but that's a sign of dedication. What else? Short film, I should work more on it, but honestly I'm kind of confident. Given how lightweight the filming is going to be next Sunday, once I get the tripod and sound equipment, I got the actors already, we can just roll. I do have to figure out the whole scene at my mom's company's office. That shot may be a little tricky because I'm trying to make that look like an apartment, but we can change that up, but it is what it is.